Hi everybody and welcome back to Apple Cottage. This is Sandy and I am Suburban Homesteader, Wyoming. Well, it's the great sunflower caper. I got my sunflower seeds today in the mail, and some different channels that I know that they're doing a contest on who can grow the tallest sunflower seed. And I asked 4Kids in a Farm if I could take that challenge too, and he said, yes, of course you can. So I'm starting my seeds tonight. It's Saturday, though this video will come up on Tuesday morning for Gardening Together, because by then I'll have some of them potted up. So I'm starting some seeds in just water. Those will soak for about 12 hours, and I'll plant those tomorrow and keep them in my greenhouse. The next one, I have some sunflower seeds in a wet paper towel in a snow globe. And I'm going to set that in a window so it has total humidity. And I would guess that these will sprout in a couple days. The third one I'm doing is I put a sunflower seed in my hydroponic system. And so that should sprout in a couple days. And then tomorrow I'm also going to plant 2 or 3 of them in the area where all of them will be growing. But I'm just going to plant it right in the ground. So over the next several days, I'm going to just add to this video, and we'll be able to see them starting to sprout and going, some of them will grow in the greenhouse for a little bit, some of them will just start right outside, and we'll see if I can get a 10 or 12 foot sunflower seed. Now Haas has an American Great hybrid sunflower. It grows very tall. From what I understand, 10-12 feet. And so I'm going to see with my concoction of fertilizer that I make myself if I can get those babies 13-14 feet tall. So we'll see. So this is Sandy, and I'm just going to keep adding to this video, and then I'm going to post the first part Tuesday morning at Gardening Together. So here's inside my hydroponic system, and you can see that sunflower seed that I pressed into the rock wool. Because on my hydroponic system, I use rock wool instead of any kind of soil. And as you can see, lettuces are growing like crazy. So is everything else. So I think with the 16 hours of light, I will let this sunflower sprout and then grow probably about to 6-8 inches. And then I'm going to plant that in the ground. Well, it's been a little over 12 hours since I started soaking my Haas giant sunflower seeds. And so they've just been soaking. I had them by my aquaponics, so there was light there, except for about 6 hours during the nighttime. And so they're very soaked. I'm not sure you can see that at all. But I have 7 seeds in there. Now when I decide how deep to grow a seed, either in the ground or when I'm starting them, I like to do it about 3 times the width of the seed. If it's in sandy soil, then I would actually do it about 5 times the width of the seed. And so what I'm going to do is I have 3 pots here, and I just use my finger or a pencil or whatever's handy, and I'm going to press down in there. Soil is very lightly in there. It's not compacted at all. And I'm just going to place that seed, and I'm going to place it sideways. Now because I have 6 or 7 seeds and I have 3 pots, one of the pots will have 3 seeds in there. And so I'm just going to continue, and I'm going to do all of these. I'll put them in a tray, and then I'm going to water them. Now what some people will do is they'll arrange their seeds on where they want them. And they haven't made any holes or anything. And then they'll just take their finger and press it to the depth that they want. And this works really easy when your soil is light and fluffy. And then you can just cover them up, and you're ready for them to grow. So here's some things you might not know about sunflowers. They come in a lot of different colors. reds, yellows, orange, purples, and a whole combination of all those together. There's over 60 varieties of sunflowers that I could find, and they have been growing sunflowers since about 3000 BC. They are native to North America, and one of the things that a sunflower really needs, it needs a lot of sunshine, 6 to 8 hours or more a day, and rich, well-drained soil. And then you will get great sunflowers. Now, some sunflowers are just a flower, and they don't make the sunflower seeds that people eat. When they're commercially grown, there's oil sunflower seeds and non-oil sunflower seeds. And that's just because some of the things that you can do with sunflower seeds are food products. Of course, the sunflower seeds that you just eat. And then they make a lot of different oils. And they also make what they call sun butter, which would be like peanut butter, only with sunflower seeds. They use them for medicine, they dye them. So they're really a versatile plant. But one of the things that most people don't know about sunflowers is that they will literally take toxins out of the soil. And so if there's property that has had uranium or arsenic or lead in the soil, they will plant sunflower seeds and grow the sunflowers for several years, and they will literally take out all those toxins out of the soil, which is an amazing thing for a plant. Now, a sunflower, when it's first growing and until it really gets that hard stalk, it's going to follow the sun. So in the morning, the flower is going to be facing east. And as the sun comes across, it's going to turn its head and follow the sun. Now, it's not until that stalk gets really thick and hard, and then it really will face the east most of the time. And it doesn't follow the sun after that. Now, the tallest sunflower plant that I could find was a Guinness World Record in 2014, and that was 30 feet 1 inches. That is a massive sunflower. And a sunflower, the flower itself, is 5 times more attractive to bees than any other flower. And I think it's because in that center, we think of a sunflower as just one flower, but in the center, all those little flowers are actually individual, which is really kind of interesting. In 2012, sunflower seeds went into space, and they grew sunflowers in space on the space station. And after the head, the flower, has lost its seeds, it's very abrasive. And so people will cut it into sections depending on the size of it and use it as a scrub pad. Now, lots and lots of famous artists have painted sunflowers. Van Gogh, probably the most famous. And he didn't just do one painting of sunflowers. He did multiple ones. And it was just a passion that he had. Now, the stalk of a tall sunflower can get so thick and so hard, you can actually use it in your garden the next year to grow pole beans up, or to stake things, stake really tall tomatoes. So it's really a versatile plant. And I think it's an interesting plant that everybody should try to grow. Now, there are sunflowers that are very soft and small and pretty, teddy bear sunflowers. And then we have the ones that we think of, the great big tall massive ones, that some of them will grow 6 to 8 feet, some 10 to 12 feet. I am trying to grow sunflowers that my goal is 13 feet. And so we'll see. I planted all kinds of different ones in different mediums. Some of my ones in the paper towel are still in the paper towel sprouting. The one in my hydroponics hasn't sprouted yet, but I can see it, it's swelling. And I was going to plant my ones in the ground yesterday, but we were busy making the fence, and so I'll do that this week. And we'll just show the progress of our sunflowers throughout the summer. It's a fun plant to grow, so try it. So this is Sandy at Apple Cottage, and I am Suburban Homesteader, Wyoming, and I will see you next time.